This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling podcast. Boopity boopity.
Boopity boopity.
Welcome back from your travels.
Thank you so much for having me back after my travels.
Did anything spooky happen in Europe?
Oh my goodness, you would think, right? We did go, there was a carnival right by, like in this huge park that was right by our hotel in Paris. Heard of it? And they had a quote unquote haunted house ride that was like also kind of dinosaur themed.
I mean, dinosaurs are scary.
They're very scary.
And could be ghosts, so.
Whoa. Yeah, are there ghosts of dinosaurs roaming around?
Could be.
Whoa, I didn't even think of that. So we went on that and it was funny. It was silly.
Is Bigfoot the ghost?
Dinosaur ghost?
Oh, but a prehistoric man.
It could be.
Someone has to have said this already.
I'm sure. I feel I've watched a paranormal caught on camera where
Well,
that's
I
it.
discovered it. It's all mine.
I think write an article.
Now, was it were the dinosaurs doing jump scares? Was it like that ride dinosaur at Animal Kingdom in Florida? And
I've never
Disney?
been on that. Do dinosaurs do jump scares in that?
There's a jump scare.
Whoa.
Honestly.
Well, let's just say a chainsaw happened at the end.
With a dinosaur? A dinosaur
No.
chainsaw?
It was all over the place. It was silly. Wait, so what happens in Magic Kingdom or Animal Kingdom?
Animal Kingdom down in Disney World of Florida. There is a ride there, and it could have been revamped now because it's been so many years since I went, where at a certain point, a dinosaur does pop out at you. And the very first time I rode it, the picture of us afterwards, me and my group of friends who were all of legal age, look more terrified than should be for grown-ups.
Yes,
Like,
that's what it's all about.
I believe someone has ripped their 3D glasses off their head and is holding it in fear, like, whoa, like one of those things.
That is so funny.
It really got us. And then I've been on it since.
I hope they have that picture like posted up in like the control booth being like, this is what we're going for, everybody. This is why we do it,
This is why we wake up in the mornings. Yeah, I hope.
Fuck yeah.
I hope they do get a best of photos somewhere in their like
Yes.
break room.
Hell yeah. We went to, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I worked at Disney back when Hollywood Studios used to be MGM Studios, and they did not do that in the break room, but I hope times have changed. That's all I was going to say.
Times have better have changed,
Yes.
man. They better have. Because how fun would that be to be like, yes, look at this, dude.
Absolutely.
This is fun.
Now, what were you going to say?
In Amsterdam, we went to the Amsterdam Dungeon, which I feel I went last time I went to because it's funny. It's kind of like an interactive, theater experience where you like get led into different like parts of old Amsterdam and they tell you a tale and then something spooky happens. And there was one where we all sat down on a bench and the lights went out and like this ghost lady was coming after us and little parts of the bench would shoot up into your butt.
Into your butt?
And like it happened to me and Colin and then nobody else. And so you like leave it being like, did the bench shoot into your butt? And people were like, no, you sound nuts. It was awesome.
Also, saying into your butt makes it seem so illegal.
It's Amsterdam.
Into your butt.
Right into your butt, dude. It was fun.
I want to go. That sounds super duper fun.
It was great.
Amsterdam just seems like a city I would be into. I don't know why.
I think so. I feel every it's so incredible, and it's very walkable, easy to get around, bikeable, like, and just beautiful. There's like a rule in Amsterdam City, like they're not allowed to change the exterior of buildings. At all. Like, you can do whatever you want on the inside, but you cannot change the exterior so that it constantly looks like a damn fairy tale.
Oh, I love
Isn't that
cool. That is really cool.
So you don't have these big old like storage plate like looking apartment buildings where you're like, I think you're just supposed to rent a storage locker from there.
And they're like,
it's like, no, that's my home.
That's my
like,
charming home. I hope one day, though, when we're very old, we look back at all these boxy, weird things and we're like, isn't that so charming how we did that?
Wasn't that the greatest?
Now that everything is a wiggly line instead. That constantly moves.
Just constantly moving. People are getting in car crashes left and right.
When all of the houses start being made out of like gymboree, when they take the parachute material, that's all the houses look like constantly moving fabric instead. We'll be so charmed by boxy little houses.
We're going to love the boxy, awful buildings we see.
Well, I have to say that something mildly spooky happened yesterday. This is a cross promo accidentally, because when Nicole and I were recording 90 Day Bay, and we've had paranormal-esque things happen before. In her stand-up special, she talks about how she thought she saw my dead cat behind me, but it was really just Buster, and she didn't know that I had was fostering Buster, who never left. But yesterday she is recording in I think her office area was being like someone was doing work. I know when the rains were really bad, she had like leaks back there. So I think there were construction people in her office. So she was in another room, and this room had a door behind her it's a glass door. Or it has like a big pane of glass in it. It's like windows. Yeah. And so she had a curtain over it, and she is clearly like looking at her self view while she is on Zoom. So she is like, oh my God, what's that? And I was like, the person behind you? It looked like a person behind the curtain, because it was like a purple curtain, but it was like sun, like it was that kind of like 5 p.m., 6 p.m. part of day where, there's the light is still pretty bright, but it is like at an angle.
What?
And I was like, that looks like I was like, it's probably a shadow. I was like, but it does look like a person moving, like trying to peek around. And so I was like, just get up and go look at it. You have to go. I was like, it's going to freak us out. So go look at it.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to do anything.
And this is all on the podcast. So like people can hear it. So she gets up to go look at it and, is looking for a moment and doesn't see anything. And when she closes the curtain, the shadow is fully different. It no longer looks like a person.
What?
But it really so much looked like a person, and then all of a sudden it went to like looking like
just
a normal
shadow thingy,
because it was like round, like you could see a head and shoulders, and then all of a sudden it was just like and then it went to like almost a solid shadow, like it was like the corner of a roof or something.
Dude, good job, Ghost.
I was like,
good job, Ghost.
And she has an older home.
I know. And we're in the hill. Everybody, we're Hollywood, in the hills.
Hollywood.
We're like, everywhere we've learned this.
Yeah.
Anywhere can be haunted.
Well, in her house specifically, she has a photograph in her living room of the original owners of the house from like
I love that.
100 years ago, essentially. And they're having a great big party in the living room. And so it's a very cool like piece of memorabilia, but also could they be like, what is this woman doing? Why is she talking?
Yeah.
Why is she talking to a mirror of herself?
Yes, yeah. And like laughing a lot and responding to something we're not hearing.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Because also, so you know, Nicole only looks at her view and turns mine off. I'm just kidding.
Did she? Oh, I was like, that is so fucking funny.
But wouldn't that be funny?
It would be so funny.
Any hoodle. But it was really weird that I like.
Yeah, that's spooky. That's eerie.
It just did, and it was such like a weird way to shapeshift, like you would see in a movie where it's like it looks so clearly, and then it looks so clearly like a person. She rips the curtain back. She's looking for a while. There's nothing there, and then when she closes it, it's completely different, like it never existed.
That's a good movie scare. Oh,
Write it down. Write it down. Write it down.
I know. Write that down. Write that down. We should. Real quick, I saw a great spooky.
Which one?
Talk to Me.
Oh my God, I've been wanting to see that.
Let me know. I would see it again.
Okay.
I loved it. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say.
I've been rewatching Marianne.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna start watching it because you told me it was awesome. I've heard it's so great and scary, and I've been meaning to like get into it. I'm watching it.
I tried to watch it like a year or so ago whenever it came out, and it was too I dropped off because it got too scary for me, and it was just too hard to watch alone.
Yes.
And what year did it come out? And then,
I feel it was sometime in pandemic. Because
Yeah.
I feel I remember you telling me over Zoom.
yeah, that it was just. I mean, we talk over Zoom all the time. It was 2019, so I think I was watching it in like truly the beginning days of the pandemic, and it was just a little too scary for me. And
Fun.
And so a friend and I were watching it again, but I it's just too hard to watch alone. I find it too scary.
Somebody who I was just crap, I can't remember who brought it up recently as like the scariest thing they've ever seen, and I was like, oh yes, I have to watch it.
I wouldn't want to overhype it like that because there aren't like really big jump scares, but it's done so well, and it's all in French. If you haven't seen it, guys, it's
so you have to pay attention.
You have to read the subtitles, and it is about this writer who writes a horror series.
Okay,
And it's
I'm
just,
watching
it's
it.
really done very well, and it's too scary.
That is so fun. Okay, I'm watching it. I'm starting.
You better
I'm
be
starting
starting
it.
something. Better be starting something.
Starting it, dude.
Well, should we just get into some of our own scary stories?
yes.
'Cause
Let's really get scared.
I love it when we get scared. Okay,
I love getting scared.
Should I just like pop into a listener story, like a
Let's do it.
audio file? Here's an audio
Let's do it.
file,
Let's
baby.
give the listeners a little break from our voices.
Our voices, please listen to someone. Good luck listening to other voices. We'll see if we like them.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh man, they're so much better than ours.
Shit. Such a soothing voice.
We have to retire.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Retire.
Okay, here we go.
Nice.
Okay, I'm going to try and get this done quickly because I'm supposed to be going into the office and I'm sitting out in the parking lot. This was several years ago. I had just moved for the summer to live with my cousin and my aunt and my uncle. I was 20 years old. Now, my aunt was my mom's sister, so she's my aunt through blood. There was one night that I was asleep in bed, and the bedroom that I stayed in was the first bedroom in the hallway. If you looked out the window of the bedroom, you saw the driveway to the left and the front door and the steps to the front door to the right. So I'm asleep one night, middle of the night, dead asleep, and something tells me that I need to get up and look out the window. Now, I don't know if this was a dream or maybe sleepwalking or maybe astral projection. But I got up out of bed, but I didn't physically get out of bed. At least it didn't feel that way upon remembering it. This is sounding confusing, potentially. Anyway, at some level, I get out of bed to look out the window. I don't think I physically get out of bed. I look out the window. It's pitch black outside, except for the front porch light, which I see to the right. So I look to the right, and I see my uncle standing on the front porch, holding the door open and letting someone or something into the house. And he's smiling. And in that moment, I think, I'm not supposed to see that. What is that? It felt bad. It felt evil, maybe, but it definitely felt like something's wrong. I think I just kind of brushed it off as a nightmare. But about a year or so, maybe a year or two later, my aunt divorces him. And it turns out, after she divorced him, all these women start contacting her from even the time that they were dating, like 30 plus years prior, all throughout their dating relationship, engagement, marriage, of I had an affair with him, I slept with him, I had an affair with him. And it turns out he had been having an affair with his best friend's wife during this time that I was living with them. So did I potentially witness her visiting in the middle of the night? I don't know. But I think it was some sort of warning or foreboding that this stuff was happening. I just didn't have the awareness to realize that and say something about it at the time. But anyway, I don't know. Like I said, was it a dream? Was it some sort of psychic dream? Did I astral project out of bed to look out the window? Was I sleepwalking and looked out the window? I'm not a sleepwalker, so I don't think it was sleepwalking. Anyway, just thought I'd share that little tidbit story with you guys and hope you enjoy.
I did enjoy it.
I enjoyed the shit out of that.
Do you know?
Wait, what? Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, the reason I love it so much is, one, because it is eerie and spooky, but also it's tea, it's drama, it's goss.
We got that tea. Yes, we're here for it. We're here for it.
Whoa.
What the fuck? Like, what do you think? Wait, because all of those explanations seem possible, of like astral projection or like a premonition of some sort. Like,
I mean, it does seem like it was probably, since it was unclear what they were seeing, right?
Yeah.
It seems it might have been more like in the like premonition dream, or not even premonition, but like psychic dream, you know?
Right.
Yeah, but regardless of psychic dream, premonition, astral projection, I think because their uncle was such a serial cheater, it was like the bad vibes were like,
the energy of like, this dude is bad and he's bringing in bad vibes.
I cannot even imagine their poor aunt.
I mean,
just also women, why wait?
Yeah, I know.
Do you think they had a club where they all were like, when do we tell her?
Yeah, maybe watching, being like, I think they're having a good time. But then one's like, but I'm cheating with him right now.
As I type this in my Facebook group.
As I type this. Whoa, that is so that urge of like, you have to look right now. Wow, what the world is so wild, man.
I would be so curious if their aunt was remotely suspicious or getting, their
Right.
own or her own like premonitions or dreams. If maybe this was like spirit guides trying to really push someone to be like, open your eyes.
This. Look at this. Because with that, even like, if the aunt was like starting to feel that vibe, like that energy's out there, you know? And there's gotta be this like weird tension, whether you feel it or coming from your aunt or not, like subconsciously, like something's up in this house.
Hey, honey, look at this.
Check this out.
Honey, please.
Wow, that really blew my mind.
Absolutely mind
I was
blown.
covered in chills. Covered in chills.
Covered in shit and chills, man.
Yes, poo poo and chills.
Poo poo pee pee and chills.
Wow, that was good.
Very, very. Do you?
I have one.
Yeah, pull one right up. For
One
me.
is ready to go.
Heck yes.
And it's called Dental Dream.
Dental dream.
Dental Dream.
You're a little dental dream.
Yeah. And then it immediately starts off, LOL, sorry for the dumb subject name. I didn't know what to call this, and I didn't want to think too hard about it.
Honestly, this is perfection. This is how we like.
That's how we do it. You can't overthink stuff.
Yes.
Hi, ladies. First off, I just want to say that I love the podcast.
Thank you.
I'm not a true podcast type person. Video game fans are gamers, so would podcast fans be called potters?
Potters.
I like that. But my friend Chantel introduced me to your pod exactly a year ago while we were road tripping in the Great Smoky Mountains in Tennessee, destination Dollywood.
Oh
Nice.
my God, that's so
All the
fun.
way from Toronto,
That's great.
Canada. So we had many hours to kill, and we listened to a lot of funny feeling eps. Needless to say, I'm hooked now, and I do listen religiously. Every Tuesday I get excited because my show is on, and I listen to it while I do my morning get ready for work routine, and it instantly puts me in a better mood.
Oh my God.
So thank you so much. Oh my goodness, that is so
That
nice.
truly makes my day.
It really does. Also, write us back. Tell us what you thought of Dollywood. That place rules.
I can't believe I haven't been furious with myself.
Let's go.
I love a
I'm
theme
down
park.
to go I really want to go around Christmas time because I think it would be so magical.
That would
and
be
beautiful.
Count me in, dude.
Okay. I haven't had any really spooky experiences that seem worth talking about, but recently I had an interesting dream, almost premonition, that I thought would be fun to share. My partner and I got a miniature schnauzer puppy in December 2022. See attached pics.
I am
Nice.
looking at these pics. Oh my God.
Good. And guess what? Guess what they named the dog?
What?
Bunny. Bunny.
Oh my God.
I'm not looking at the pics yet because I got to read this, but I'm
Okay.
excited to look. This is both our first time having a dog as adults, and obviously she has become our baby, and we would do absolutely anything for her. She turned 6 months old earlier this month, which is the recommended age for most females to get spayed. We booked the appointment and went in about a month early to have her examined and get her pre-op blood work done. The vet said that all of her adult teeth had grown in, but all 4 of her baby canine teeth hadn't fallen out yet and had no signs of budging, and that they would likely have to be pulled because the crowding would cause problems in her tiny mouth in the long term. The extractions would cost an extra $1,000.
Yikes.
The spay itself was only $900, so now it seemed like we were having dental work with a side of spay surgery.
Gotta say, I can't believe how much that costs. That's outrageous.
It's wild. My partner and I are not rich people who simply have $2,000 lying around to throw at whatever we want. So we were a bit stressed. I called around to a bunch of places to see if we could get a better price, but that seemed to be the going rate, and it didn't make sense to put off the surgery or to go through with just the spay and see if the teeth fell out on their own. Because on the chance they didn't, she'd have another stressful surgery and it would cost even more.
Oh, poor
so
baby.
we just kept poor thing. We just kept affirming that the teeth would fall out on their own in the weeks leading up to her spay surgery. Yeah, man. A few weeks later, after religiously checking each baby tooth every day to see if it was wiggly, none of them were.
Aw.
I had a dream one night. I was at an old job from years ago where I was a movie theater projectionist. Cool. I was in the projection booth with Bunny and my friend Ben, an artist and definitely not a doctor of any kind. We were looking at Bunny's mouth and Ben goes, I can take care of these teeth, and proceeds to pull each one in a magical dream way that didn't cause Bunny any pain, stress, or even blood. I woke up the next morning and checked Bunny's teeth, and suddenly the top two were so wiggly that she lost them within a few hours of me checking.
Oh my God.
One of the other ones became wiggly a few days before the surgery, and so they only ended up having to pull one in surgery, and we were saved about $800.
Dude.
At that rate, I'm sure it would have fallen out eventually, but we are paranoid people and figured this would of course be the one that didn't fall out on its own for some reason. Anyways, not spooky, but just kind of a funny situation. I've also had dreams in the past that came true in weird ways, but this was just a more recent one that I can actually remember. I have no clue what my friend Ben had to do with this dream either. Maybe it had something to do with the situation being stressful, and the fact that he's someone I love and trust was my brain's way of showing me everything would be okay. Why a projection booth / old job as the location, though? What do you two think? Thanks again for the pod. Love you both, Claudia. She, they. Look at Bunny. I'm looking at Bunny now.
Is beautiful.
My goodness. Bunny. Oh, the tongue out.
Oh my.
Bunny.
It's so expensive. I could see why they would be so stressed out about it.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Wow. That is so incredible. Like, yeah, why was it like Ben, a good friend? Yeah, just being some comfort and being like, it'll be okay.
Yeah, I can't decide if it was like a message to be like, they'll fall out, don't worry about it, or if literally there was something going on in the dream where it was like, let's do it here and then it'll happen in the real world, kind of.
Right, exactly. Whoa.
Bunny.
Our minds are what this like I said earlier, this world is wild, man.
What a wild
Who knows what's going on? We don't.
Very cool though.
Little Bunny. Yeah, pretty rad.
Okay. I have an email that's a shorty, but it has a video attached, and I think I may not post it because it is of a child. So
okay,
but I'm happy to play it here so we can hear what it does. Right? Okay,
love it. Okay,
all right. So the subject of this video is a white guy in the ceiling.
What? Oh, I got chills already. Okay.
This is Hi Marcy and Betsy. Emily from Long Island here, of Haunted Horse Farm and Massapequa Hell House fame.
Whoa.
Attached, you will find a video in which you will see my daughter talking about a white guy in her ceiling. A few weeks ago, I walked into her room after she woke up from her nap. She was looking up at her fan, pointed, and said, "There's a guy." I promptly whipped out my phone that thankfully was in my back pocket and recorded the following occurrence. I thought you two needed to see it as I was metaphorically shitting my pants as this was happening. Would love to hear your thoughts. Thanks, Emily. Again, I'm not going to post the picture or the video, but we're going to watch it right now. You ready?
Okay, I'm ready. Oh my God.
Light?
A guy.
What kind of guy?
A white guy. A white one.
Where is he?
Right there. Right there. Right there in the ceiling. Right there. Right there.
He's there in the ceiling.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
Funny. Doing funny.
He's funny?
Yeah.
Is he laughing?
It's scary. It's scary. Scary.
It's scary?
Yeah.
Are you scared?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
What?
Shall I play this one more time?
Yes.
Okay.
This is wild.
Okay, I'm going to play it right
And
now.
also the audio is perfect. Like, you're getting it. Like,
Yeah, all you see is this precious baby looking at the ceiling, but you don't see a thing that she's looking at. You just see
Right.
her looking there. All right,
Right.
Play it once more.
oh my God. Okay, play it again. Play it again.
Light?
A guy.
What kind of guy?
A white guy. A white one.
Where is he?
Right there. Right there. Right there in the ceiling. Right there. Right there.
He's there in the ceiling.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
Funny. Doing funny.
He's funny?
Yeah.
Is he laughing?
It's scary. It's scary. Scary.
It's scary?
Yeah.
Are you scared?
Yeah.
What? Because, like, it's the kid is seeing something.
Yes.
Because the immediately like, oh, funny, like knowing, like the kid is watching whatever they're seeing, and the mom is asking questions, and they have answers immediately for stuff.
Yes.
This is why, and they keep being like, over there, right there, mom, like this is nuts.
What I am interested in about this is that, like, or not interested, my take, because the child goes from it's funny to it's scary. I think the child thought it was funny, and the ghost said, "No, I'm scary."
Whoa. Yeah, maybe. Like, because maybe the ghost is like, being like, laughing creepily, and they're like, funny. And then they're like, no.
Oh. And the kid's like, okay, scary.
Marcy. Okay, fine. You're scary. You're scary.
I don't think
What?
the child didn't seem scared at all, right?
Right. The child didn't seem scared.
Also, whatever animal was making noise in the background really added to it. Like,
Really? Yes.
I couldn't tell if it was a bird or a cat.
I thought it was a cat. Maybe maybe a bird inside the cat's mouth.
Just
holding on to the fangs like little jail cell. Running a little cup across it.
oh, that's very
Wow.
Oh my god.
Keep us updated on the man in the ceiling. 'Cause
Absolutely.
the child is looking directly at something, and their eye line does not shift. It's like,
No.
wow, that was wild.
Absolutely. What kids
And
see, it's not that the kids are scary, it's that they're aware of scary stuff,
Yeah.
right? That's what makes children so terrifying to us.
yeah. I do like your thought of the ghost being like, no, I'm scary. Say I'm scary.
Say
and they're
I'm
like, you're
scary.
funny, dude. You're fun. No, I'm fucking scary. Okay, fine. I'll say you're scary.
Fine, you're
Thank you.
scary. Whatever.
Yeah, I am. Come on. I'm so scary. I'm so scary.
I'm so scary.
I'm so scary.
You won't even believe how scary I am.
You won't. You won't be able to handle how scary I am.
It's going to scare your pants off. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready to listen to another story?
Yes, I am.
Here we go.
Woo!
Hi, Marcy. Hi, Betsy. Hi. Thanks for having me. I'm so excited. Okay. I'm acting like I'm like a guest on your podcast. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and go for it. My name's Alyssa. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Gang at the Liz Scott is my Instagram. But I have 2 stories for you, and hopefully if I can't get it done in one, then I'll just write the other one. So I am going to tell one about a weird experience that I had in Santa Barbara, California. So me and my friends, we went up to the top of Gibraltar. We were near Lizard's Mouth. It's somewhere where you go hike in Santa Barbara, and we were looking out over the ocean because we were parked on top of the mountain, and we were just hanging out. We didn't smoke, we weren't drinking, so like I wasn't under the influence or anything. And we all were sitting on my friend's like in the truck bed, and we all looked out at the ocean at the same moment, and there were like 3 glowing things in a pyramid formation, and no one was saying anything because I think all of us were trying to decipher what was even happening. And I swear it was like the moment that my mind and maybe everyone else's, we were all like, in my head I said, oh my God, I think those are aliens, like alien ships, because I have never seen anything act like that and just hover in the sky. It almost looked like you could tell that something was powering it because it almost looked like a mirage underneath what was hovering them. And then as soon as I had that thought, they literally like, it was like a beam of light that spread in a horizontal way, and they literally just disappeared. And then we all looked at each other and we were like, oh my God, did you see that? And we were like, yes, oh my God, I saw that too. So that was just like crazy. And we all have no idea what it was. But I guess the Channel Islands has a lot of alien activity after doing some research about it. So maybe it's just like a hotspot. Okay, so I'm at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm going to go for one more story. I'll make this one a short one because I'm like so nervous. I can't think of anything right now. Okay, all right. So this next one is going to be about my friend's Crystal's house. She's my childhood friend, and she was getting ready, and she was like taking so long to get ready. So like I couldn't even with her anymore. I was like, okay, I need to go like roam her house and see what's going on in her house. So I was just like roaming around her house, looking at like the pictures, and I was there with another friend. Her name is, well, I don't know if it's important. So so we're like looking at these pictures, and then we both get like this sense of like something's watching us. And I am just like, okay, like this is weird. And we're like looking at each other, and then I'm like, I'm scared right now. And she's like, I'm scared right now. And I was like, why are you scared? And she's like, I don't know, I can't tell you. And I was like, well, I don't know why I'm scared either, but like I'm scared, I feel it. And so then we like were both spooked, but then we were like frozen and we couldn't like move because we were so scared. So then we're like, Crystal, and like calling her to come get us essentially because we can't like move in her ghost house. So when like at the volume that I was speaking at, the lights were reflecting my voice. So like when I yelled Crystal, the lights got like really, really bright. And then when we wouldn't say anything, they would dim down to nothing. And I don't even know if they were on in the first place, to be completely honest with you. But it was just so weird that like the lights were mimicking my voice. And we were like, there's for sure a ghost in here. And then I told her mom about it, and she's lived in that house her whole entire life. And apparently is a ghost in there. And I feel it every single time I go into Crystal's house. I'm like, look, I know you got to tell me a message, but I'm too scared for this. Like, maybe send me a sign, maybe write something, but do not come up in my space. Do not let me see you, because I'm going to lose it. Okay, I'm rounding out 5 minutes, so thank you so much. And don't shit your pants.
Whoa, nice. That was great.
Listen.
Solid 5.
A tight 4 minute 45 seconds. That's how
We
you
got
do it.
UFOs and spooky ghost shit.
Also, our new best friend, possibly. What a
Yeah,
fun
come hang out with us, please. Wow.
That really made me laugh. Yes.
Me too. I love the promoting. You gotta self-promote. You gotta promote your Instagram.
Look, I would never stop someone from doing some promo.
No way. That's what life is about.
Oh my God. Seeing those
Wow.
UFOs. And then also, like, I love the shared experiences. I always love when someone can back you up and say,
Yep.
not crazy, did happen.
Yes. Especially like, because she was with friends each time.
Mm-hmm.
And then to even have mom be like, yep, this place is haunted. Like, oh, thank goodness.
Yes.
Like,
Oof.
thank goodness.
Thank goodness this place
Wow.
is haunted.
You know, when they were describing the UFOs
Mm-hmm.
or I've heard that exact description.
Of the triangle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel a couple of times, you know, like which is more and more like, yeah, of course it's probably
It's
like,
honestly, and we haven't even kept up with all the stuff in the news about basically the government being like, absolutely, we've had UFOs
we
crash
have
land.
bodies.
We have, or they put it in a very specific way where it's like, they don't say bodies exactly, but they put it in a way of like non-human. I forget how whatever. People are screaming at me. Well, guess what? Start your own podcast about UFOs. This is more.
Yeah. People. I was like watching a bunch of those. Yeah, the like in interview or whatever.
Yeah, the hearings.
Things.
Yeah, the
And
congressional
it
hearings.
was a lot of like, I can't say here, but you can come and look for yourself. Like that was kind of the vibe of like, I can't really answer it right here, but
it was like
come
non-human
and look.
organic matter or something like that. Like,
yes, something like that.
yeah. You know what makes me think for that is that they're doing our version of faking a death, where they just sort of like put a dead body in a car and crash it into a bridge, and they're like, oh, those are aliens faking their death so that they can come. They can just be like, I just want to be so and so's weird friend instead.
Yeah, exactly. Let me just be a weird friend. That's so funny. Of like, let's do that, and then we'll like infiltrate them.
Yes. Yeah. They're just faking their own deaths. Also, I feel like I get so overwhelmed with the idea of UFOs and aliens that I basically tune it out. I like can't even absorb it.
Because with all this stuff coming out, I would watch things, but the whole time be like, yeah, I know. Like kind of not blown away, being like, yeah, of course.
But in a way that makes me not even want to know details. I'm like, yeah. I don't want to know.
I know.
Like, yeah.
I know.
Honestly, can't even.
Do you think this is a symptom of the last 3 years?
We've been inundated with a lot of big information.
Because I get like you, where I get very just like, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. I shut it off. I can't. I don't want to. I don't like how overwhelmed I feel.
At a certain point, with a lot of stuff, because I suffer from depression and anxiety. I have to ask myself, can I do anything to change this?
Yes, that's been a big therapy thing for me too.
Yeah.
What do I have in control?
And even if it is like, yes, I can raise awareness, I can speak on it, I can vote about it. If that is the case, then yes, that comes to me. But the other things, if I have no control over what happens, I can't take everything on. And sometimes that means limiting what information I take in.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's so important to realize because I used to get really worked up and anxious and because of stuff like that, where it was like my body would physically get hot trying to do trying to handle a bunch of stuff, whether that's even taking in information. And then with the help of therapy, I've chilled out a lot.
Yeah. I mean, because part of it is, like world news. I if something is happening somewhere else, like it will make me upset. I'll be sad about it. And I also I'm powerless in the situation.
Right.
But like when we have things here where you could go protest, like that's an actionable thing. You can be a part of it. You can help move the needle. But when it's something there's not a thing you can do. You don't know anyone involved. It's happening in another part of the world. Like the awareness has already been raised and still there's nothing you can do. Then at that point, I'm like, I'm taking myself out. Like, we're recording this a week before we release it. This morning, I woke up to see that there's all these wildfires on Hawaii and Maui and the Big Island. And and it's really devastating. And people are literally running into it's like devastating.
Oh, no.
And I was like,
I did not see that. Fuck.
And I was like, should I post about this? And I was like, I don't know. There's nothing there's literally other than like when the time comes to send money, that's all I could do.
Yeah.
Because it's too far. It's literally too far in the middle of the ocean. Like we couldn't even go. Like it's like that kind of stuff where you're like, this is information. I'm literally powerless and I don't know what to do. And so you're like, all right, I kind of have to just have it and then know that there's nothing I can do.
Right.
It's terrible. Sometimes knowing world news, having access to information is actually making our lives worse in a lot of ways.
Well, especially because we get it 24/7
and inundated. Like you keep getting the information. Yeah, like the same information over and over and over and over and over. Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where it is just like, this is intense, dude. This is really tough.
So all to say is I'm not really taking on the aliens right now. It's not really my deal.
Me neither. I listened to some hearings. I also am just not blown away. I'm like, yeah, man, we know this.
Duh.
This is nothing new, dude.
Duh.
Okay, I got one.
Let's get it. Let's go after it.
Let's do it. It's a whole bunch. Wait, we didn't even talk about spooky ghosts though in the house.
Oh my god,
of the lights and stuff.
I wonder what that was.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because they have those speakers with lights on them, and they like.
Yes, I was thinking of that for sure. I was like, cool, man.
It's a rave.
Yeah, maybe it's a rave ghost in there. I was like, let's keep this party going.
Yeah, we got too overwhelmed by by things we can't change. So.
By UFOs and not being able to change them. But yeah, I love that the mom was like, yeah, this place is haunted.
It's haunted.
Okay, great.
Thank you for reinforcing what I believe. It is haunted.
Yeah.
Great. But I also
rather than go ahead.
Being paralyzed in your friend's house to be like, Crystal.
Yeah, Crystal. I can't move. Crystal. Wow. Yeah. Good stories. Good stories. Good ones. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
This one is called A Whole Bunch Mashed Together.
A whole bunch.
It starts to say, I forgot to add a huge shout out to Brandon Scott Jones's tip about licking lips during sleep paralysis. I've had it a couple times recently, and that popped into my head and worked like a charm.
Oh my God. BSJ.
That's so nice.
That's awesome.
That's so nice. Okay, here we go. Howdy, Marcy and Betsy. Let's just jump right in. So I've been a believer my whole life. My mom is also, and she's always believed me about every ghost experience I've ever had. From when I was a kid and saw my neighbor in my room after she passed, to my most recent experiences in the old house I was living in. I'm a lot like Marcy, as I'll ask people all the time if they believe in ghosts and what stories they have. I was doing security at a hospital once and asked the front desk lady if she had any ghost stories, and she snapped back, "They're spirits!" so I didn't push any further.
Like
That is so funny.
like they are spirits?
Yeah, they are spirits.
Okay, like don't gossip. They're spirits.
They're spirits.
Please have some respect.
Yeah, come on. That is so funny. Sometimes, though, I do get to hear some awesome stories. My manager, for example, has some of the craziest experiences I've ever heard. I tell him all the time that he needs to send stories into the pod, and he goes, yeah, but he never does. So I'm gonna. Yeah, it's nice. So one night, he was staying the night at a girlfriend's mother's house. She's sleeping in bed next to him. He's awake, ex-military, only sleeps a few hours at a time. Whoa. He's chilling there, staring off into space like you did before you had a phone to play on. Yeah. And right in front of him, the lamp that was on the dresser picked up in the air and moved over a few inches, then set right back down. Understandably, he freaked out and woke up his girlfriend, telling her, "That fucking lamp just moved. It moved." She shrugged it off like, "Yeah, the house is haunted. Go to sleep." The next morning, he asked her mom about the house, and she told him about hearing footsteps upstairs and putting salt down on the floors and actually seeing the footsteps in the salt.
Whoa.
She told him about things being moved around the house and all of her experiences there too. He has a few other stories. I'll see if I can get him to send in a voice memo, as those ones are better told by him. Wow. Putting salt down and seeing ghost footsteps.
I mean, that's like in
Footprints.
Paranormal Activity in the first one where they put the flower down and you see like the weird like
Yes.
and they're not even like footprints, they're like weird alien-esque footprints, like demon-y kind
Oh,
of.
yes. Oh my God. Okay, now for my own stories. In the beginning of 2020, literally days before we went into quarantine here in the U.S., I moved into an old house that I rented from the Catholic Church in town.
Don't do
Oh
that.
no, this is terrible. This is such the beginning of a horror movie.
Don't do
Renting a house from the Catholic Church.
That's bad news.
Whoa. Okay. It was a pretty small old house built I think in the 1930s, so you can imagine it was understandably noisy. Creaky floors, bad plumbing, no insulation, so it echoed pretty loud. In the beginning, there was nothing too crazy. I felt like there was something there with me, but I just stayed in my space and said, "Leave me alone, please. I gotta live here. It's the best I can. It's the best I can find for rent," and went about my business.
I love
Good,
saying
smart.
all of that out loud.
Yeah. Not long after moving in, I got a puppy. Yay! She's the sweetest, most loving, but kinda ditzy pit. Oh, cute.
I love that.
After 4 or 5 months after I brought her home, I noticed she would stand on my bed facing the back room and start growling at nothing. I of course thought she's seen whatever's here and just told it to leave her alone too. I went into my back room and stood right in the middle and told whatever it was out loud, "Leave me and my dog alone. This is my space and I need you to leave." As soon as "leave" came out of my mouth, my entire body went pins and needles numb, and the edges of my vision started to go black.
Oh my
and it was
God.
like tunnel vision. It lasted maybe less than a minute, but felt like much longer to me. That's the one and only time anything like that has happened to me, even though I've had many paranormal experiences. I can already hear Betsy saying, "Ew, you gotta get out of there." I unfortunately had to, but hear me out. Small house for one person and a dog with a fenced backyard for only $700 a month? Hard to beat.
Fair.
That is very true. Ooh, that is very true.
Poor. Yeah, like, I mean, it's one of those things where you're like, of course it was going to be something haunted in there, right?
If it's a house from the Catholic Church.
Come on. This is Catholic Church. Also, this one's a long one if you want to break it up at all. I have it pulled up as well.
Yeah. Should we popcorn?
Yeah, I'll read the next
Okay.
part. Okay.
Okay, popcorn, Marcy.
Yum, 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 yum. Okay. After that, things didn't really calm down. I would hear my doors opening and closing in the back room
That back room, dude.
where I
Sorry.
got, where I got that feeling. Yeah. I would hear footsteps out in the living room. It sounded like my dog was jumping off the couch when she was laying in bed right next to me.
Oh no! Big chills. Big chills.
My friend stayed the night and woke up saying they saw someone standing in the doorway to my back room in the middle of the night.
Chills.
Oh my God. Nothing more than a funny feeling and sounds for a good year. Then late 2021, I come home from work one day and I could not find my dog.
Oh.
Usually when I walk in the door, she's already there waiting for me. So understandably, I was concerned.
Yes.
I thought maybe she was just sleeping real hard and didn't hear my car pull up. So I walked throughout the house. Mind you, it's a pretty small house and I could not find my dog. I looked in my room, the back room, the bathroom, the living room, the whole time calling her name and still no Theo. Oh,
Theo.
Starting to freak out, I hear some like shuffling noise coming from behind my recliner that's pushed up in the corner of the living room. I mean, like up into the corner, blocking off a small triangle space where there wasn't even room for a lamp. I look back there, my dog is literally crammed into the corner, shaking, and I was like, what the fuck?
No.
This is a dog that won't walk through a doorway that isn't fully open, even when being prompted with treats and her favorite toys. Fully crammed into the smallest space that she could not get to on her own. I mean, she would avoid the chair like the plague, even when my friends who I got her from even when my friend who I got her from is sitting in it, she just hates the chair. So I know she didn't climb in it and maybe fall over the back. There's no way she slipped in through the side because I had to move the chair to get her out from behind it.
What?
Then about 10 minutes later, after I sit with her and cuddle her to stop her shaking, my fire alarm in the back room beeps. Just one of those quick random ones that usually happens when the batteries are running low, even though this was a brand new one that has those special batteries. I brushed it off, and then a few seconds later, it beeps again. So I go stand in my back room to see what's up, and I pick it up, and it beeps again in my hand. These weren't perfectly spaced out beeps either. It was like beep, beep, beep. Then that was it. Didn't go off again over the next six or so months, and I continued living there and didn't go off again for over the next 6 months or so. I continued living there and didn't the entire almost 2 years I had already been there. This is the same house my sister Kay wrote in about when she told y'all about the work ghost that followed her home and was touching her.
What?
After that incident, with my dog plus bad landlords and mold problems, I definitely had to move out of the house. My theory is the water heater that was leaking into the wall created the mold issue was also a conduit for whatever was there. Ew.
Whoa, nasty.
Yeah.
What? That back room.
That poor pup.
That poor pup.
I did think initially that maybe the dog crawled over the back and fell. But
yeah, I do think there are ways that feel wild when you look at your dog. They're like, there's no way that dog could, but they figure out a way to hide.
But especially if the dog got scared about something too.
Yes, absolutely. It's like, oh, they will figure out a way to fit in a place you could not even imagine them to fit.
Because they're rascals. They're
little rascals.
I tell you, my cat's
Spanky, Alfalfa.
Oh. My cats want to go in my laundry room so bad. That's all they want. Anytime I even go near where the laundry room door is located, Mama runs and just waits and looks at me like, are you going to open it? She just wants in there so bad. And I can't.
Why?
Because it has another back door, so it's just something else. It's just that cats,
just another room to explore.
Cats just want to know. They're like, there is curiosity. Curiosity killed the cat.
Yes.
But like, I can't let them in there because definitely once they have jumped behind there. And I'm like, how did you even do that? And now you're stuck, you dum-dum.
Right. Because I remember as a kid, I would climb up a tree and then get stuck because I couldn't get down.
And you were a kitty cat when you were a kid, right?
Meow.
Meow.
Yeah.
Meow.
But that thing of, getting in somewhere and then being like, I can't possibly get out.
Yeah, but I think that dog got scared and jumped back there.
I do too. I think the dog got scared from whatever this thing was and hid and then was like still scared and also like, I can't get out now. I cannot figure it out.
Funny that when she walked in, the dog didn't make any noise too. Like it was like still...
I think that thing was still there or something. Isn't that nasty?
I don't like it, Betsy.
I hate it. I'm so glad you're out of that stinky Catholic house. Okay, we got more.
Got it.
We'll popcorn. When I was a teenager, I lived in these apartments with my father, who was rarely home, and when he was, he would lock himself in his room and sleep for days. I would hear people talking, like a party of people, while I was in the bathroom. A bathroom party. Wow. Not every time, but more often than not. Then when I would walk out, it would all stop. Oh, not a bathroom party. People having a party. You're in the bathroom. Ew. My dad tried to say it was the neighbors, but there was no way. I would also see a shadow person in my room at night. At least I say that's what it was. There was just one corner of my room that was darker than the rest, and it didn't go all the way up the wall. It would just stop maybe a foot below the ceiling.
Ooh.
So just about 7.5 feet tall of pure darkness in that one corner. But the top part of the ceiling would be lit the same way the rest of the room was.
Oh my God.
That's fucked up. That is nasty. I had my window completely blacked out, so I know it couldn't have been outside lighting. Living in that apartment was the worst mental time I've ever had in my life. Maybe the entity there had something to do with that.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
That's too scary.
That's really scary. That I've never heard, like, the dark stopping.
Oh. Also, the voices.
The voices, yeah. I'm glad you're out of there too. All
Yucky,
right.
nasty.
Popcorn, Marcy.
Popcorn. In middle school, my best friend and I obviously got into witchcraft, or the 2010 internet version of it.
That's so funny.
So lots of hide and seek alone and turning to a book page to try to connect with spirits. Yes. We desperately wanted a Ouija board, but her mom would never take us to Toys R Us to buy one. She knows what's up. But we definitely did our own little trying to summon demons bullshit. Always in their spare bedroom downstairs.
That is so funny.
While that didn't really work the way we were hoping it would, I did move into their spare bedroom towards the end of high school, stayed for a couple of years, and there was definitely something in that room. Oh, no.
You conjured something up.
Oh,
Come
no.
on.
I would wake up consistently at 3:03 a.m. for months and months.
I got chills.
Finally decided to sage the place. Where I live, sage grows all around wildly. So my two besties and I picked some and did what my mom always taught me to do. Clockwise around the room with the windows open, repeating, "This is my space. You need to leave me alone." We burned up half the bundle and then let it sit in the ashtray to finish burning. My keys were sitting on my windowsill, and I had one of those lanyards with heavy charms and the key rings on it. They flew across the room like someone smacked them off the ledge as hard as they could. Both of my friends saw this with me, and we all just went super pale and went, "Let's just go for a drive for a while." I stopped waking up at night, but definitely still had that vibe in the room. Whoa.
Whoa. That's wild.
Ew.
Do you think they conjured something up?
Yes.
They must have.
Absolutely. And then it was like,
no.
you want me to leave? Why don't you go for a drive while I pack up all my things?
Yeah. You asked me here, and now you want me to leave? Okay, fine. I'm hitting your keys. Get out of here, and I'll leave.
I need some privacy while I pack.
Pack all my ghost undies. I don't want you to see my ghost underwear.
Jerk.
Get out of here, you jerks.
Oh
Okay,
my God.
one more. I have so many stories from my parents' haunted house in Portland, Oregon, as well as other people's and my own. I'll try to jot them down as I remember and send them all in eventually. Thank you both for this podcast. I'm sure we all sound like broken records at this point, but y'all got me through some of the toughest days over the past few years. Oh, thanks. I'll even DM you guys like we're besties sometimes because I'm a dummy like that.
Aw.
I found you guys while binging Why Won't You Date Me and heard Marcy on it and fell in love and immediately had to listen to A Funny Feeling. Oh,
That's
yay.
so nice.
I think you two are hilarious, and I try to listen to every podcast you guys are on just because I enjoy y'all so much. I even binged Kardashian it, even though I'm not the biggest Kar Jenner fan, and Jess and Marcy convinced me not to be such a hater anymore. LOL. I was super bummed that I couldn't find Horny for Horror on Spotify or Apple Podcasts because truly that sounds like a delight of a podcast. Stay safe, stay spooky, and don't shit your pants, Drew. Wow,
Well,
Drew.
Thank you so much. Also, Betsy,
Thank you.
you do have another podcast, though.
I do on Patreon called We Love Trash with me and Mono. And all summer we've been doing Screaming Summer, something like that, where it's
Fine.
all spooky stuff. And we're just lunatics if y'all want to check it out.
Check it out. All right,
Check it out.
I'm going to read one last one. You
Yes.
ready? Also,
Sounds good.
Drew, thank you so much for listening to so many of my
Yeah,
podcasts.
thank you. That's so nice.
So nice of you.
Shit.
And sorry about making you stop. I look, I can't hate the Kar Jenners. I'm an apologist. It's one of my worst qualities. Not my worst, but one of them. All right. This one says Grandma Dream.
Whoa.
Hey, Marcy and Betsy, I was just listening to you both try and do long division and decided to finally send in my story. LOL. Side
It's
note.
hard. It's so hard.
We don't need to do it.
And we don't.
Side note, I cannot math, so you're both fine. My grandmom, sister, and I all have a weird spidey sense with certain things. Premonitions, deja vu, constantly, intuitions always being spot on, etc., and especially with each other. I don't know how many times I've thought about my sister and then grabbed my phone only to see that she texted me, or I'll have a question for my mom and then I'll pick up my phone only to have it start ringing and be her.
Whoa. That's fun.
It's weird, but we don't question it. This is going to go back a couple of years, but it's still creepy. My grandma had a stroke back in 2007 and recovered for the most part. Mostly her motor skills were affected, but then a year later she fell and broke her hip. Since then, she was in and out of treatment and pretty angry about it. That's terrible. Oh.
Yeah.
She was one of those grandmas that used to smoke but quit, loved Indian food, cats, aliens, and would call you a dipshit. She was great.
She sounds rad.
She passed away in June of 2019 from a weird infection complication while in a nursing home. I'm so sorry. It was one of those things where she was fine until she wasn't. We were obviously sad, and with my mom being being an only child with no dad around since she was very young. We were obviously sad, and with my mom being an only child with no dad around since she was very young, my sister and I jumped in to help with all the arrangements for afterwards. We didn't have a funeral, as Graham would have likely said she didn't want anyone there, and it's super expensive. Guys, dying is so expensive. I hate it here. She was cremated and mailed to my mom. Side note, is it not weird that human remains can be mailed to people? Are there haunted mail trucks? IDK. I feel like there should be more pomp and circumstance, but shrug. Absolutely.
That is wild.
To just mail? Yeah. My mom put Graham on a bookshelf with plans of spreading her ashes in Cape May in New Jersey. She loved it there. We were looking into different affordable ways to spread the ashes and joked about getting a Groupon for whale watching and then pretending to throw up overboard, but really just tossing Grandma in the Atlantic. She would have thought it was hilarious. But my mom, being famously lazy and also possibly full of grief, my Graham just sat on her shelf for over a year. Fast forward to October of 2020. I woke up one morning after a really vivid dream. I was in an older house that we lived in with my parents. The house was full of moving boxes. My sister and I were going around everything, and then we see my Graham looking exactly how she did in my parents' wedding album. They got married in 1985, so that hair and this lavender silk dress, iconic.
Yes.
Sleeveless dress, sorry. She looked at us and my sister was like, hey, Graham. And she interrupted her and said, where am I? And I replied, you were at Mom and Dad's. And she looked me dead in my face and said, no, where am I? And I was like, you're on the bookshelf in Mom's house. And she shook her head and said, I'm going to kill her. And I said that we were going to bring her to Cape May at some point. And she said, yeah, okay. Then gave me a blue gumball. No idea what that means. I woke up a little freaked out because I felt like I was literally in the house and that it all had happened. I asked my sister if she had any weird dreams, but she came up with nothing. But then I went to my parents' house a few days later and was talking to my mom about it. She had a nightmare about my Graham the same night and woke up kind of freaked out. Apparently, her and my grandma were sitting in their living room of the house my mom grew up in, and then my grandma got up and tried to choke my mom and looked really scary.
I'll kill her.
Typical of my mom, she was telling me about it and she laughed. We both agreed we needed to do something with her ashes soon. So within a week, we were able to get to Cape May. We lived way up in North Jersey and Cape May was all the way at the bottom. Yeah. A few months after we spread her ashes, my mom had a dream about my Graham again, and they were playing gin rummy like when she was younger. So I guess she's finally at peace. I attached a photo of Pearl Beach where we put Graham. It's right next to a shipwreck off the New Jersey coast. Who knew Jersey was so piratey? That's my story. Maybe I'll send some more about how I predicted my friend's pregnancy or my sister's wedding day disaster. Haha. Love, love, love the pod and hope you're both doing well. LYLAS, Antonia. Wow.
Antonia.
Yeah.
Wow. The same night.
Yeah. Also, I love her grandma being like, she's on the shelf, please.
Yeah, come on. I told you. Wow. That is so. Yeah, to have that connection with your mom and your sister is very cool.
Yeah. Well.
And that it's not, that everybody kind of knows it and is like, yep, we have this.
Yeah, just
thing.
an unspoken thing between you.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Wow. And then grandma to go and give mom a nightmare.
And be like, I'm going to kill you unless you go do something.
Gotta do something.
Go.
You gotta go. Wow,
gotta.
that was incredible.
Thank you, guys.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, thank y'all so much.
These are
great.
Always great. What a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Truly,
Keep
such a
sending
pleasure.
them to us, please.
Please keep them coming. We love them. And it's starting to be close to spooky time.
I mean, practically is, honestly.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I should put out my Halloween decorations. No, that's too nuts.
When do you do it? After Labor Day?
Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe a little bit later, like mid-September. But even then, I'm like, come on, man.
That's time.
Come on, man.
It's time.
It's time to get spooky. Whee! I'm so excited. Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Yeah. We'll
Keep
see
them
you
coming.
soon.
We love them. Goodbye.
Bye.
And thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy, and don't shit your pants!
That was a HeadGum podcast.